right, welcome everyone to today's English class. Today I have three of my amazing students. I have these students who are a part of my program, and they also are student leaders. So our topic for today is going to be weather. And we have Tazil to my right, but you're left on the screen. Then we have Expedito on the opposite side. And right underneath Tazil, we have Yelisa. Good morning, good morning. How are you all doing?
Morning.
Hey, I am doing well, Teacher Tiffani. Okay, yeah. I am very anxious to be here with you, and that I can respond will. No, I can respond well your question. Yeah.
Good. Well, we know that Expedito is doing great. And what about you, Yelisa? How about you? Are you doing as good as Expedito?
Yes, I'm so elated to be here. I'm still on vacation. I started my vacation, so I feel great. I enjoyed this season. It's awesome.
I love it. I love it. And Tazil, how about you? How are you feeling today, Tazil?
I'm so happy to be here with all of you. It's always a pleasure for having a session with Teacher Tiffani. So I'm so happy to be here.
I love it. I love it. Excellent. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. And again, for the individual watching or listening, you are really going to hear what a live class with me is like. And I'm looking forward to you learning a lot. So we're going to dive right into our topic. And again, I think there might be a little bit of background noise. So you guys, if there is background noise, you can hit mute real quick for yourself. All right. So our topic for today, I'm going to share my screen. Our topic is the weather. And we're going to start off by looking at our first term. Our first term is forecast. Forecast. So I'd like you guys to please repeat after me. Again, the term is forecast. So after me, forecast.
Forecast.
Very good. Very good. Expedito, excellent. Okay. Tazil, forecast.
Forecast.
Excellent. Excellent. And then Yelisa, forecast.
Forecast.
Excellent. Excellent. And again, all together after me, forecast.
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 One more time after me. After me.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. No problem. One more time after me. Forecast.
Forecast.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so we have this term forecast, and we're speaking about the weather. Now, this term forecast literally just refers to a prediction or estimate of future weather conditions. In other words, forecast is about, hey, what is it going to look like tomorrow? What is it going to feel like later on today? For example, you can look at the forecast to see if it's going to rain tomorrow, or to see, hey, do I need a jacket? What is the temperature going to be? What is the weather going to be? We look at the forecast. So once again, forecast refers to a prediction or estimate, because sometimes what they say on the news doesn't actually happen, which is why we say it's a prediction. It's funny. My parents, so my sister and I, we say that my parents are our weather forecasters. My parents, they're both retired, and they know everything about the news. They know what the weather is going to be tomorrow. They know what the weather is going to be later on today. So my sister and I, we will, instead of watching the news, we'll call our parents. Hey, mommy. Hey, daddy. Do I need to wear a coat tomorrow? This is a true story because my parents really know the weather. So when we want to know the forecast, we actually call our parents. It's kind of a running joke in our family, but we say our parents know the forecast. So before we move to the example sentences, do you understand the definition of the term forecast? Does it make sense? Yes? Okay. So I want to ask you this question. I'm going to start now with Yelisa. Yelisa, are you able to hear me, Yelisa?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Perfect, perfect. All right, Yelisa, here's my question for you. You understand the term forecast. What is the forecast for the weather tomorrow in your country. And you can share with the person watching where you currently are and what the forecast is or what you think the forecast is.
Okay, I'm currently living in Dominican Republic, and the forecast it seems to rain not just today, for all during this week, and it's raining a lot, and it will be so cold, especially in the evening. And so we try to take advantage of this weather. It's raining a lot.
Great job. You gave a very clear and easy to understand breakdown of the forecast of the Dominican Republic. Rain, a little bit chilly, but you guys are welcoming it because it's been hot. Very good job. Very good. Excellent. Thank you so much. All right, now let me ask, let's see. Tazil, can you tell us about the forecast for Haiti?
Actually, for the forecast in Haiti, it's really it's sunny. It's not usual because in December the temperature usually cold on December, but this year the forecast has been changed. It's a little bit sunny on December, and it's not usual.
Excellent. Very good. Now we're all getting a very good understanding of the weather forecast around the world. So we have the Dominican Republic. We have Haiti. Thank you so much, Tazil. And now we're going to go to Brazil. Expedito, can you tell us about the forecast? What's the forecast for Brazil?
Okay, Tiffany, in Brazil, the forecasts show us through the news that tomorrow can be raining a lot, okay, in some regions, not in all Brazil, but in some regions like Minas Gerais, my state, here, okay, can forecast show that tomorrow can rain a lot.
Thank you so much. So it seems like in Brazil, it's going to be raining a lot. In the Dominican Republic, it's going to be raining a lot. But in Haiti, it's going to be nice. Not too cold, kind of hot. Is that right? Excellent. Yes. So you guys understand now how to use this term forecast, right? So let's check out some example sentences now. Again, using this term forecast. Here's the first example sentence. The weather forecast predicts heavy rain for the weekend. Again, the weather forecast predicts heavy rain for the weekend. So a moment ago, I asked each of you, hey, what's the forecast for tomorrow in your country? And you all shared exactly what the weather forecast, in your opinion, is going to be. So now we have this pattern. The weather forecast predicts, and then you enter what the actual weather is going to be, and then the time, right? The time or the day or which specific day it's going to happen, all right? Then we have this next sentence. According to the forecast, we can expect clear skies and mild temperatures tomorrow. And finally, the meteorologist updated the forecast to include a chance of snow. So we have these three sentences, again, speaking about this term forecast, all right? So I want us to very quickly, once again, look at this first sentence. The weather forecast predicts heavy rain for the weekend. So what I'd like you to do now is, using this pattern, you each answered the question I asked you earlier about the forecast very well. Now I want you to use this pattern to answer the question again. And just say, again, the weather forecast predicts ... for tomorrow. Again, the weather forecast predicts ... for tomorrow. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Everyone looks very serious. All right, so again, the weather forecast predicts ... for tomorrow. So, Expedito, I'm going to ask you, again, using this pattern, the weather forecast predicts ... for tomorrow. So, Expedito, once again, giving us just that one sentence, tell me about the forecast for tomorrow.
The weather forecast predicts heavy rain for Brazil tomorrow.
Very good, very good. The weather forecast predicts heavy rain for Brazil tomorrow. Excellent, very good. All right. Yelisa, using the same pattern, the weather forecast predicts ... for tomorrow. Yelisa, what's the weather forecast for tomorrow?
Okay, the weather forecast predicts slightly rains for tomorrow.
Excellent job. Very good. Very good. And now, Tazil, can you also use this pattern? The weather forecast predicts ... for tomorrow. Tazil, what does the weather forecast say or predict for Haiti tomorrow?
The weather forecast predicts a cloudy day for tomorrow.
Excellent. Very good. All right. So now you guys have a pattern that you can use to describe the weather forecast. Excellent. All right. So now we're going to move on. I want to explain the next term. The next term is actually an expression. Now, this is an expression that I've probably used before in one of our classes or during one of our conversations. This term right here is actually under the weather. Okay, again, under the weather. Now, our topic is weather, so we have an expression that actually includes that term, under the weather. So now what I want you to do is, just for pronunciation, I want each of you to repeat after me. Under, let's go in order actually. I'll do Tazil after me first, then Expedito, then Yelisa. So first, Tazil after me. Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Good. Again, under the weather.
Under the weather.
Excellent. All right. Expedito after me. Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Just be careful with your tongue. Your tongue shouldn't come out after me. Under.
Under
There you
the
go.
weather.
Now we have under the weather.
Under the weather.
Remember weather, your tongue comes out for the TH. Good. Under and the, perfect. Weather.
Weather. Weather. Weather.
Stick your tongue out. This is a tricky sound. The TH sound is tricky, but again, it's kind of, I guess, like a lizard. Leather. Weather. Weather.
Weather. Weather. Weather. Weather.
There.
Weather.
There you go. That was perfect.
Weather.
Excellent. Make sure you see your tongue come out. So after me again, under the weather.
Under the weather.
Good. I know it feels weird, but it sounds perfect to a native English speaker, even though it feels weird. Good job. All right. Yelisa after me. Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Not the weather, the weather.
Okay. Under the weather.
Last time. Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Good, good. All right, so we have this term, excellent job. We have this term under the weather, this expression. What does this mean? It literally just means feeling ill or slightly unwell. I'm not feeling 100% myself. I'm a little bit sick. I'm not feeling as good as I was yesterday. Maybe I'm coughing a little bit or sneezing a lot, or maybe my stomach isn't feeling the best. Hey, I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Now, before I move on, does that kind of make sense? Under the weather. Does that make sense? Yeah? Good, good. It's okay, you guys. For this part, you guys can unmute. It's okay. For those listening. All right. So let me ask you this. Tazil, are you feeling under the weather today? And when you respond, try to use the expression, no, I'm not feeling under the weather today, or yes, I'm feeling a bit under the weather today. So again, the question, Tazil, are you feeling under the weather today?
Unfortunately, I feel a little under the weather today.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. Genuinely, I do.
That's okay.
All right, great job. So now this is even better because prior to this class starting, we didn't know that Tazil was a little bit under the weather. But now, Tazil, you have an expression you can use. Hey guys, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. Great job. Great job. Hope you feel better. All right. Now let's ask Yelisa. Yelisa, are you feeling a bit under the weather today?
Well, actually, 2 weeks ago, I felt under the weather, but today I feel excellent.
Wow, great job. I love that. Great answer. You were able to go back in time to speak about the past and also connect it to right now. Great job. I'm glad you feel better today, even though you were under the weather last week. Great job. All right. Yeah, not to zero. Expedito, I like that you're practicing. I saw your tongue under the weather, Good job. All right. So, Expedito, let me ask you a question, hon. Are you feeling under the weather today?
No, I am not under the weather. I'm not under the weather. I am in excellent condition today.
I love it. Great job. I want to give you guys this tip. Excellent. So there's a reason why I asked each of you in answering the question to use the expression I used. This is a part of speaking English fluently, right? When someone says something to you, when someone asks you a question, in your response, if you include a portion of what they said, it makes the person feel like you're truly listening. And that makes them want to continue the conversation, right? For example, when Tazil said, actually, Tiff, I am feeling a bit under the weather, I didn't just say, okay, next, Expedito. What did I do? I acknowledged what she said. Oh, you're feeling a bit under the weather? I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better. So as an English learner, you always want to think about it's not just the words you're saying, it's listening to make sure you include what the person has said in your response. Now, does that kind of make sense, guys? Again, using what they said, that makes sense? Good. This is all a part of English fluency, really caring about what the other person is saying and not just your own words, okay? All right, excellent. So we understand this term, under the weather. Now, I want us to check out some example sentences. Here's the first example sentence. Sarah called in sick because she was feeling under the weather. Sarah called in sick because she was under or feeling under the weather. I want to underline this one right here. Called in sick. Now, this is another expression. It wasn't a part of our lesson for today, but I want to make sure you guys understand this one. Calling in sick. So many of you, some of you actually, are going to be in situations where you have to speak to someone who's a native English speaker, or maybe you have interactions with someone who's a native English speaker for a job, right? And you have to interact with them. And let's say you are feeling under the weather. Like, unfortunately, Tazil said, I'm a bit under the weather. And let's say that affects your ability to do your work. Instead of just saying, hey, I'm sick, I can't come in, I needed to call in sick because I'm feeling under the weather. That literally implies, I'm making this phone call. I am contacting my boss or the person I work with because I'm feeling a certain way. There are certain expressions that native English speakers use that include extra meanings, and you don't have to describe everything in detail because so much meaning is packed in the simple expressions. I have to call in sick tomorrow. It means, I'm not going to work. I'm going to call or contact my boss to let him or her know that I won't be there. Just by saying I'm calling in sick, all of that is included. Does that kind of make sense how sometimes simple expressions have a lot of meaning in them? Makes sense? Yeah. So you can just say, I have to call in sick tomorrow. Okay. You won't be at work. You're going to let your boss know, and you're probably going to stay at home. In that one simple expression. Okay. So that's what's happening in this sentence. She's calling in sick because she's feeling under the weather. Here's the next example sentence. The sudden change in weather left many people feeling under the weather. And finally, he's been under the weather since catching a cold last week. He's been under the weather since catching a cold last week. And catching a cold is another expression we use when you're not feeling good. I caught a cold last week. Or I caught a cold from my niece or from my child, from my daughter or from my son. Okay, we say catch a cold or caught a cold. Okay, so again, our second term is under the weather. Quick question, rapid fire. You guys can unmute yourselves real quick. What was the first term we learned?
Forecast.
Okay,
Yes.
Elisa. Good job. That was quick. That was good. Excellent. Okay, let's do this real quick. Before we go to the third term, I'm going to describe a situation. And I want you all, again, you can be unmuted, to tell me which term that we've learned so far would match this situation. Okay? All right. Now you got to pay attention. I'm going to try to trick you a little bit. So, my niece is 8 years old. Full of life, children are excited. She loves spending time with family. And so my niece said, Titi, she calls me Titi, I want to come over your apartment. Okay, baby, you can come over. So she came over and we're spending time together. And now, as you get older, sometimes we need naps, more than kids. We need naps sometimes, right? Sometimes we get a little tired.
Absolutely.
So she was playing and I had just come back from a trip. And so she was playing and she had a lot of energy. So I said, baby, you can continue playing. Titi's just going to lay right here. And she was next to me on my bed and she was drawing or something. Now I had been on a trip in California. So the trip went well, but when I came back, I realized I was a bit more tired than usual. So I realized, okay, I'm tired. I might be getting sick. I think I'm a bit
Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Good job. Very good. Very good. Very good. But again, I had to act like I had energy for my niece. So very good. In that situation, I said, I'm feeling a bit under the weather right now. I'm going to take a quick nap. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now it's time for our third term. Okay. Our third term, again, another good term for you all to know related to weather. The third term, again, you might have heard me say it before in one of our classes, is rain or shine. Rain or shine. Now, this is another term native English speakers use very often. So, once again, I'm going to have you repeat after me one by one. We're going to start with Yelisa this time. Yelisa, please repeat after me. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Very good. One more time after me. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Excellent. All right. Now I'm going to have Tazil after me. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Very good. Last time after me. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Very good. And next, Expedito after me. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Good. Now not shine, but shine. Again.
Shine.
There you go. After me again. Rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
Excellent. All right. Now this is a very, very commonly used term. This idiom is very often used for native English speakers or by native English speakers. Rain or shine literally just refers to, regardless of the weather conditions, in any circumstances, you're going to do something or something's going to happen. No matter what the weather is, no matter what the forecast says, this is going to happen. Rain or shine, meaning if it rains or if the sun is shining, this is going to happen. For example, let me ask you, okay, now understanding this meaning, right? The meaning of this idiom. No matter what the weather is, no matter what the forecast says, this event is going to happen. Can you all think of an example or examples of things? Yes, Tazil.
I have a question, Teacher Tiffani. Is it rain or shine? Is it related to weather, or can we use rain or shine in no matter circumstances, or only related to weather?
Great question. So this one, yes, is normally related to the forecast. So for example, hey, rain or shine, this class is going to happen. Rain or shine, the graduation is going to happen. So a lot of times it's referring to something that could be related to an outdoor event, right? Or something that could be related to, if I have my daughter is going to graduate from high school, the weather is going to affect the traffic, right? If it's raining real hard, there's going to be a lot of traffic outside. So the weather could affect that event, people getting there. But no matter what, we're still going to attend that event. So it's directly connected to the forecast or to the weather. So great question. Great question. I think I saw, you're welcome. I think I saw Yelisa's hand. Go ahead, Yelisa.
Yeah, right now it's raining, and I have my Christmas gathering at work at 10:30, and it rain or shine, we will have this Christmas gathering.
Excellent. Very good. Excellent example. And I'm so glad it was a real life example. You're right. Rain or shine, that event is going to happen, right? So if it rains, you might have to leave a little bit earlier. Excellent example. Good. The Christmas party. Excellent. All right. Let's see Expedito and then Tazil. I'm coming right back to you. So Expedito, Yelisa gave a great example of an event that's going to happen no matter what the weather is. So Expedito, can you give us an example of an event that will happen or something that will happen, rain or shine?
Okay. Rain or shine, I will go to the beach today.
I love it. Even if it's raining, you're going to be in the water just swimming. I like it. Okay. I love it. Rain or shine, he's going to the beach today. Good job. Yeah. Excellent. I love it. All right. So Expedito has told us that he's going to the beach, rain or shine. Yelisa let us know that rain or shine, she's going to her Christmas party for a company or a business. And then what about you, Tazil? Rain or shine, what do you think is going to happen?
Rain or shine, Rain or shine, we will have Christmas dinner in my family's home.
I love it. Yes, rain or shine, you're going to have that Christmas dinner. I love it. Yes. Again,
yes.
This is another idiom, guys, I want you to start using often, right? Because there are so many things that happen in our lives. No matter what the weather is, they're going to happen. Great example. Your family's Christmas dinner is going to happen, rain or shine. Expedito is going to be in that water, rain or shine. And Yelisa is going to be at her Christmas party, rain or shine. Excellent examples. So we understand.
If I want to ask you a question. If it's related with this topic, cats, rain, cats, and dogs. I think it's an expression. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, raining cats or dogs. Tell us really quickly, can you explain what the term raining cats and dogs, what does that mean for the person watching or listening? What does raining cats or dogs mean? Cats and dogs, what does that mean?
Okay, for me, it's rain a lot. Okay, storm, and I can't do anything. I think it's that.
Excellent. Yes. Raining cats and dogs. Yes, that's exactly what it means. It's raining a lot. I have to look at the history. I'm not sure why we say cats and dogs, but we all say that in America, raining cats and dogs. So yes, it means to rain or a lot, rain a lot. So, oh man, it's raining cats and dogs outside. Let's say, for example, Expedito, you and I were having a conversation and you might say, hey, Tiff, what's the weather like today? And I can say, Expedito, it is raining cats and dogs outside. You can respond and saying, okay, Tiff, I know it's raining cats and dogs, but you know what? Rain or shine, I am going to the beach. Make sense? So let's test this out. So let's act this out really quickly. Expedito, I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say, hey, I want you to ask me, Tiff, what's the weather like? Or what's the forecast for tomorrow? That's the question. Ask me what's the forecast for tomorrow. You ready to do a role play? You ready?
Yeah. Okay, the weather forecast predicts It's rain, cats, and dog.
No,
don't
ask
know.
me. Say, hey, Tiff, what's the weather for tomorrow?
Okay. Hey, Tiff, where the forecast for tomorrow?
What's the
Weather forecast for tomorrow.
What's the weather
for-
forecast?
What's the weather forecast for tomorrow?
One more time. Full question. Go ahead.
Hey, Tiffany, what's the weather forecast for tomorrow in your city?
Great question. So, Expedito, the weather forecast for Maryland tomorrow, for the city I live in, it's actually supposed to rain cats and dogs. But are you still going to go swimming tomorrow? It's going to be raining cats and dogs.
Oh, Tiffany, rain or shine. Cats and dog. Tomorrow I am going to the beach.
Okay, almost. You almost had it. So I like the beginning. So, Tiff, even though it's going to be raining cats and dogs tomorrow, I'm going to go swimming. Rain or shine, I'm going to go swimming. So there's two options. You can say, it's okay, Tiff. Rain or shine, I'm going to go swimming tomorrow.
Hey, Tiffany. Rain or shine, I'm going to the beach tomorrow.
Excellent. Very good. Excellent job. Good. So yes, this is how you can integrate these expressions and idioms into your conversation. So great question and great role play. Good job, Expedito. Excellent. All right. So we've had these three terms, okay? These three terms that we were talking about today. Let's see. Again, the very first one we had right here was forecast. Very good. Then we had under the weather, and then we had rain or shine. So once again, what I'm going to do is a very quick recap. I'm going to describe one and tell me which one I am describing. Okay, so whoever can answer the fastest, all right? I'm going to describe one and tell me which one I am describing. Perfect. This is true. Last night or yesterday was my niece's birthday, not the youngest one, the other one. She turned 15 yesterday, true story. And we planned, normally for birthdays, we always go and eat together, our whole family, right? My parents, brother-in-law, sister, the kids, we always eat together whenever someone has a birthday. No matter what, we always meet on the birthday, to eat together. So instead of me saying no matter what can I say?
Rain and shine.
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine. Very good. Rain or shine, we meet for dinner on their birthday. Excellent. All right. Excellent. Here we go. The next one is, I told you guys earlier, my parents are both retired, and we depend on them a lot to understand what's happening tomorrow, to know what the weather is going to be, right? My parents are really good about knowing what the weather is. However, last year for Thanksgiving, unfortunately, my parents were sick. They had COVID last year. They were feeling
Under the weather.
Under the weather.
under the weather. Very good. Very good. So because they were under the weather, my sister and I, we could not call them to get the weather
Forecast.
forecast. Very good. Very good. Excellent job. So you understand each of the terms we learned today. Forecast, under the weather, and also rain or shine. Very good. Last question. Throughout the class, there were some extra terms that I kind of explained. Some were inside of the example sentences, and some were questions that you all asked about. Give me one other expression that you learned today.
Call sick.
Again?
Call sick.
Call in sick.
Call in sick. Very good.
Call in sick.
Very
Call in
good.
sick. Yeah.
One more.
And catch
Rain, cat,
cold.
and dogs.
Catch a cold.
Catch a cold, rain, cats, and dogs. Excellent job, guys. Excellent job. I'm very proud of each of you. And I think this class, you each learned a lot, and also the person watching this learned a lot. So thank you guys so much. I can't wait until our next class. I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye, Tiffany.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
You're
Okay, bye-bye.
welcome.